Ohio State. And there are some things that maybe you could get away with in college that you can't anymore in the pros because they really protect the QBs in this league.
It looked as though he hit him in the face, or he hit him in the head with his hand, and that's always going to get called. I don't know how you coach the defensive linemen not to do that, because they're just fighting like crazy to get to the quarterback, but it'll always get called.
Gurley is back in as a setback with an offset eye behind Keenum, who goes under center at 1st and 10, and Gurley gets it, comes left, puts his shoulder pads down, and barrels in to a couple of Bills, led by Preston Brown, the linebacker out of Louisville, just a 3-yard gain. Gurley, pretty good size for a running back, 6'1", 227. But man, oh man, can he motor when he gets that ball out in the open field.
Yeah, he's a powerful guy, Steve, and that play was a strong formation to the left, straight handoff off left tackle. He tried to cut it back a little bit, and the offside of the Buffalo defensive line had great gap control.
Just a couple of yards gained, 2nd and 8 from the 42. The play fake to Gurley. Keenum is going to roll right. Still has the ball. Now dumps it off inside. Ball is caught. Britt comes near side. 35, 40, 45. Out across the 47 to the 48-yard line, where Kenny Britt is dropped by Corey Graham, the safety, but a 27-yard gain. And what we thought was going to be a slog, two defensive teams, turning out to be big plays, both runs and passes. First down for the Rams, all the way down to Bill's 30.
That was beautiful by Keenan. They had a roll out to the right, and all the defense kept rolling that way. Britt stopped. Keenan threw back across his body for a big gain to Britt.
Britt, a former first-round draft choice of the Tennessee Titans. One of the reasons he's here was Jeff Fisher. So 1st and 10 at the 30. Keenum out of the shotgun. Going to throw again. Takes the snap. This time he's going to go down. He cocked his arm like he was going to throw, and then he got buried by Adolphus Washington, that rookie out of Ohio State who got flagged a couple of seconds ago. He made it pay off this time, an 11-yard loss on the sack.
He did a beautiful job there of getting penetration, and Keenum would have thrown the ball on time. So he didn't have a chance on that play. Boy, those ones, that's the type of hit that hurts the quarterback, though. It's right in your face, and all that weight's coming right down on you, and you're going straight backwards.
And again, Keenum, not a very big guy, 6'1", 205. 2nd and 19 now, back at the 39. He takes the shotgun snap and hands it off inside. Gurley fumbles the football. It's on the ground. The Bills say they have it, but there's a scrum at about the 37-yard line. And the officials say the Bills have it as well. Might be Corey Graham at the bottom of the pile. Gurley coughs it up on a run to the left side. The Bills have it, 1st and 10. At about their own by the time we spotted 37.
That is the end of the first quarter.
And that is Walt Coleman. We have reached the end of one, with the Bills leading the Rams 7-3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Well, drama at the end of the first quarter between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Todd Gurley, not only is he averaging just 2.6 yards a carry, but he coughs the ball up in a huge melee. And to find out who's at the bottom of that pile, we'll find out in a few moments. It's Buffalo, and they've got 1st and 10
Yeah,
on their own 37-yard line.
It's not a question of who's recovered the ball when it's fumbled. It's a question of who's recovered the ball once they pull all the bodies off the pile.
Dragging them as well. Dallas has scored a touchdown. Dak Prescott has rushed in from 5 yards. And Dallas Cowboys, wow, leading the Cincinnati Bengals by 14 points to 0 at AT&T Stadium. Denver and Paxton Lynch are driving. They've got 1st and 10 on their own 20, and they're down a touchdown. Atlanta leading by 10 points to 3. The Raiders still leading the Chargers by 3 points to 0. And just a word on that Atlanta-Denver game, Mike, in that Paxton Lynch, you want to put him in his first proper start. You want to put him in as relatively easy a position as you possibly can. But obviously going a touchdown down and going 10-0 down, it just shows that going to show him what he's made of a little bit.
A little bit, but I think the key thing for the Broncos and for Gary Kubiak is that they don't try to play immediate catch-up. And in fairness, his offenses have never really been designed to do that kind of thing. They're designed to kind of go up the field, and a lot of bootlegs, a lot of backs out of the backfield, a lot of delays and things like that. So they got Lynch because he's the kind of guy who can execute that offense really well. And so right now, there's no reason to get away from it, especially when you consider that they almost count on their defense creating 1 or 2 turnovers in each game.
Don't forget as well, just a reminder that the NFL show is back on BBC 2 this week, Tuesday evening at 11:15. So make sure you catch all the latest from the NFL. 2 great shows a week here on the BBC television. There is no show from us, I'm afraid to tell you, next week either. We're off because of a game called cricket. I don't have anything to do with cricket at all. But we're off next week, so make sure you're with us in a couple of weeks' time. But stay with us right now as we head back to Los Angeles.
Ball is dropped by Clay. It's an incomplete pass. The Rams had that one sniffed out, and they got a lot of pressure into the backfield early. But let's see what the flag is all about.
Offside, number 96, defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Maybe that's why they got in the backfield so quickly.
I didn't see him move. Maybe he lined up there. I always thought that on those types of penalties, typically they'll move the guy back. If he didn't move, if he was in the neutral zone, back him up a little bit, the first time. Then if he did it again, they'd call him.
Matt Longacre. So it's 1st and 5 now from their own 42. Taylor again out of the shotgun, turns, hand. McCoy straight upfield, makes a man miss across midfield. He's on the run, 45, 30, 25, 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Is LaShawn McCoy. He explodes. Straight upfield, breaks a tackle, goes for 53, down to the 5-yard line of the Rams. And again, the vaunted Rams defense is really hurting without 3 of their starters up front. E.J. Gaines, the cornerback, finally comes over to make the tackle.
Yeah, they ran a little counter play, fake to the right. He took a step and then hit off left tackle. And boy, is he explosive. And it really seems, Steve, that they are missing those guys that are hurt.
Mike Gillisley now is the tailback in the pistol formation behind Taylor. He's out of the shotgun. Shotgun snap. Option toss. Right side. Gillisley's into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Bills.
Great play. I mean, you don't practice against a play like that very often. But when you have a quarterback like Taylor who can run himself, they ran a little option, attacked the defensive end, pitched the ball, no one on the back. It was very, very well done.
With a quarterback like Taylor who has the wheels, you have to honor a play like that. And he walked in untouched.
No, it's hard to stop that because not many teams do that play, run that play. And so you don't practice it very much. You're not prepared for it. And they executed it beautifully.
Dan Carpenter back on the field for the PAT. Out of the hold of Colton Schmidt, the punter. Off the right hash mark. Snap is good. Ball is blocked. So the PAT is blocked by the Rams. And with 13:59 to play here in the second quarter, the Rams trail by 10. It's 13-3 as Cam Thomas gets his big mid up and knocks that ball down. Again, 13-3, the Bills leading the Rams. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
So, 13-3 lead for the Buffalo Bills over the Los Angeles Rams. Simon Clancy, you talk about the changing shift in the defense for the Los Angeles Rams and moving to the Tampa 2. They've got to try and get the Bills beating the Rams with Tyrod Taylor's arm rather than the running game, because McCoy 79 yards from 5 carries and Tyrod Taylor running the ball very effectively as well.
Absolutely, this is the Anthony Lynn effect. I mean, he's a very highly rated coach, was the running backs coach, interviewed for the Jets, 49ers and Dolphins head coach position in the off-season, was thought to possibly get the 49ers job before the whole Chip Kelly situation emerged. And, this is what's happening. Michael and I talked about it earlier on, that it looks like a very confident offense. Tyrod Taylor playing within himself very well. And, you've got a star running back who's healthy. Let's not forget how good Shady McCoy was 2 seasons ago in Philadelphia. He was obviously struggling last season with the ankle injury. He's back. He's healthy. That's an offensive line that, suits his style. Jordan Mills, a good run blocker. Richie Incognito inside. John Miller, a good run blocker, block for Ezekiel Elliott at Ohio State. These are good inside, good internal inside blockers for a guy like McCoy. And when you have Taylor's ability to drop back in the pocket and manipulate the pocket and get outside and either make plays with his arms or make plays with his feet, it's very difficult for the Rams to defend. Tampa 2 or none. It's not working today. They're taking advantage of Barron and Ogletree.
Yeah, and also Mike.